Okay, so Leo Carlson said that playing against you for the first time was his welcome to the league moment. Just what does that mean to you hearing that, and what do you think about the game Leo's been playing now in his second season here?
It's fun. I mean, that's I think part of hockey. The thing that I remember, a lot of my first years going up against guys that I had watched previously. So I'm sure there's a lot of those moments that stick out in his mind in his first year. But I think he's playing unbelievable. I mean, he's a big, strong guy that can skate, create a lot of different ways. So he looks like he's feeling pretty comfortable out there right now, and he's a challenge to play against.
Yeah, they have a lot of young guys that are doing well for them. Just what sort of challenge are you guys expecting from them tonight, and what do you guys maybe need to do to sort of build on the road trip you had and getting 5-6 points and just the momentum that's been kind of building here?
Yeah, I think just our mindset. We're a hard-working team, and when we try to work the other team, then we're usually in a good spot. I mean, there's always system stuff they always have to be aware of, but I think if we have the mindset to work the other team, usually it bodes well for us. So they're a skilled team that's really fast, creates a ton of offense. So defensively, we'll have to be solid, but if we can hold on to pucks and try to play in their end, hopefully that helps us.
And they just said Gino's out week to week. Just how much do you sort of feel for him with the way everything had been going to start the year, kind of playing like he's 25 instead of 39, like I told Potash the other day.
Yeah, I mean it's not easy to replace Gino. Pretty much can't. I think it's just by committee, and he's been playing great hockey for us, like you said. So we're all going to have to step up, and get some points here and play some good hockey until he's back, and hopefully slowly we start to get more and more guys back. But I think if we can build off last game, it wasn't the finish that we wanted, but overall we played a pretty hard game, so we need more of that.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about Rickard. We've talked before about how you coached him for a year with the U.S. National Development Team. Just how nice has it been to reunite with him over these last couple of weeks, and what are maybe some of the biggest areas of growth you've seen in his game since you last coached him?
Yeah, no, it's been great. It goes back my first year at the NTDP. Rickard came up and kind of played on the back half of the season, and then U18 Worlds, and then just even the next year, he was on the U18 team when I was coaching the U17 team, and just getting to know him. So it's been great to just see his game continue to progress. Just going into watching him when he was in college, and then even going back to last year, just seeing him coaching against him in his first pro game, and then seeing how his game progressed there at the end of last season. And you've seen too, he had to come back from the injury, but I think he's continued to take steps, and you just see that overall growth, and the way he plays at both ends of the ice, the way he can attack the game with the puck, the way he can make things happen there down low, and he's a competitor, and he always has been. But now seeing him do it here at this level, it's been great to be working with him again.
He has a pretty positive, big personality too. How infectious do you think that is for the guys he's around?
Yeah, and he's always been that way. He's always had that. Just every practice, anything he does, he does it just with. He's going full throttle and a ton of energy.
Just to confirm, Archer's in net tonight.
Yep, Seahawks in net.
Saw the status for Evgeny and Blake. Just what's the challenge of such a double hit, I guess, to your center depth, particularly with Evgeny? Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It's part of the season. You got to deal with injuries. We've been dealing with it. I think you go throughout the entire league has. So it's you just next guy up. And so we got, as mentioned before, it's we have I think a lot of guys there in Wilkes that have been doing a great job, and so. There becomes opportunity. I think we also have it right now where there's different options in regards to there's guys that can play both center and wing. Some guys that have maybe been on the wing at different times and then move over to center. Even a guy like Heinen who got some time there playing in the middle. Really, a lot of it is from his time there in Wilkes to start the season, playing more there, and so you got some different options there that we can use in terms of filling those spots in the middle.
Are there? You mentioned Dan as well as Sam. Was it just a matter of that availability they have at center? They're also the two leading scorers if there was. Why were all the reasons for them being the right guys to recall?
I think it's full body of work. I think you're looking at both. I mean, obviously, you gotta factor in a little bit in terms of where somebody's going in the lineup. You look at the fit that could be on a line. I think obviously those guys have they've been producing as well, and so I think you look at all factors when you're making those decisions in regards to guys that are coming up and replacing guys in the lineup.
Dan, you mentioned the other day how tough it can be for the veteran guys like Dumba and Clifton to kind of be in and out. Just what have the conversations maybe been like with Cliffy about what he needs to bring to the ice whenever he does get in order to help the team find success?
The conversations are always going to be about just kind of their game and what they bring when they're at their best, and it's not easy, for guys when they're coming in and out, because might not have that same rhythm that other guys have, but that's also part of it, and so for those guys, I think that they've both handled it well, and we're just always going to be looking at what are the things that make them the best versions of themselves, and just bringing that.
What would that be for Connor?
For Cliffy, I think it's it starts on the defensive side. I think just the defensive detail, the ability to take away time and space. You can see it there. His box outs, his play at the net front. I think physicality is a part of his game. It doesn't have to be massive hits. He can do that, but I think it's also I think when he's his best, you see he's making contact. He's getting separation, and so. For that, and then just making a good first pass, and I think moving the play up ice.
To clarify, are there any timelines on Malkin or Lazat's injury?
They're week to week.
Jack St. Ivy and Harrison Brunick were recalled from the conditioning assignments. Obviously, Harrison was invited to the World Junior Camp, and Jack still has that non-roster designation. Just what's next for them? I mean, will Harrison at all work with you guys before that camp, and what's next with Jack as far as his status or availability?
Yeah, so Jack, we wanted to just evaluate him when he came back here, just with everybody here in Pittsburgh, and so that's happening. He's being evaluated. He's day to day, and with Bruno, just right now he's here this week, and then he'll be going to World Juniors. So we're really excited for Bruno too to just get that opportunity, for World Juniors. I think it's. Obviously, I think it's a great tournament, great experience, and so excited for him for that.
Just to clarify with Harrison, will he be? I saw he was off the ice today. Will he be on the ice at all with any more skates or practices he might have between now and then? Or
so, in fact, that the reason for that too is also just the numbers.
Gotcha.
When it's a full pregame skate like that, it becomes about number one the game lineup, and so for that portion of it, that was strictly just due to the numbers on the ice.
And Rickard. He had the full contact jersey. It looked like is he clear for contact? Is
He
there
is.
any change in status for him?
Yeah, you don't get a lot of contact in pregame skates, so he is clear for full contact. So it's a good next step for him. He's progressing, and this is obviously when we're now in a stretch where there's not a lot of practice time, but he is full contact.